What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Two Confrontational, where we preview each week of the NFL, give our picks and predictions for the top games, performance for the upcoming week. And this week is week 7 of the NFL. And yeah, we have a surprise guest picker joining the pod once again for the third week in a row. We have a huge Bears fan, diehard Bears fan,
Yes,
Bear
sir.
Don. And then
Bear
yeah, we
down.
got we got Chase Green. Chase Green joining the pod. So give it up for Chase Green. Let's go, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think this is Chase's third time actually being on the pod. I know we
On the
did.
pod, yes, yeah.
Yep, third time on the pod. So he's very familiar with how this show runs or how it goes. So excited to get into this next week's games. Just review last week. Ty, Dunny, and myself all went 12-2. I think it was my best week.
Yeah.
Ty's best week or one of his best weeks, and then
Yep.
obviously Dunny, it was his first week. So, but he's on the leaderboard for guest pickers, 12-2.
Yeah.
So Chase, it's your turn to take that throne, and let's get into. Before we get into the games this next week for week 7, is there any big news that we have for that happened this week before week 7?
Yeah, I mean, I just know that there's a few trades going on and everything like that. Trade deadline's November 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And so in a few weeks. So yeah, there's some big news, but we'll get into it when we get into the games. But as far as being a Bears fan, Vikings had a bye last week. So as far as being a Bears and a Vikings fan, you guys played last week, and I mean, Bears Chase, they're looking good this year. I mean, started off a little rocky, couldn't tell where they're going to stand, but last 2 weeks their offense have been explosive. Their defense has been solid all year. But yeah, how you feeling about the Bears this year, buddy?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, for having a rookie quarterback and being 4-2, I can't really complain.
No, no, and your defense has been playing solid. They're running all over the field, and yeah, yeah, it was a great game last week in London. Nice early o'clock, 8:30 o'clock game. So it was fun to see. But yeah, and then Packers also got a dub against the Arizona Cardinals. Solid win. Jordan Love's looks back to normal basically. How are you feeling about the Packers? Where they stand 5-6 weeks in?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, just watching. I know I was kind of worried the past 2 weeks about his knee, how he would hold up, but he was moving. He was getting hit against the Cardinals. I threw for 4 TDs, 250. Like I said, I mean, he throws for about 250. Not a huge pass yard guy, but he always puts it in the end zone, which is good, obviously. And then
Yep.
I just want to touch on the Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams started off slow, but what do you expect from a rookie? I mean, Jaden Daniels started off. He had a bad game or two. Now they're starting to find rhythm. And Caleb Williams, you can see that with him. Your defense is stepping up. He's finding chemistry with all like the young receivers, and they
And
look
old
really
ones.
scary.
Yeah.
And old ones, yeah, they look really
Keenan.
scary. NFC North is on fire right now. It's definitely the best division in the NFL. But Bears look really scary. I mean, I'm not looking forward to playing them like I usually am each year. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be
Only,
interesting.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's going to be fun seeing how all of this shakes out. I think only a maximum of 3 teams can make it out of the NFC North. Um,
Yep.
so it's going to come down to see how the end of the season, how teams finish up. But yeah, NFC North is looking incredible. Only 5 losses through the first 6 weeks, which
mhm.
is insane. Never been, or when's the last time? 2002 or something like that was last time that's been done or something like that.
That's
It's been a
Crazy.
long
crazy.
time, a long
Yeah,
time.
so it's incredible to see what the NFC North's doing, and it sucks for all of us because we're all in the same division. But hey, it's fun football to watch, and good to see young quarterbacks, and we'll get into how they played. But yeah, jumping into week 7, we have a Thursday night matchup. We got 2 teams who are looking, yeah, sitting middle of the road. We got the 3-3 Denver Broncos taking on the 2-4 New Orleans Saints. It's in New Orleans. But Denver is favored by 3 points. Yeah, who do you guys got in this one?
I definitely got to go Denver on this one, considering the Saints they don't have Derek Carr or Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed, so
Exactly.
it's going
Big
to be a
news
tough
out of
game
there.
for them.
Yep.
And Bo Nix doesn't look terrible, so
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah, go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go Broncos as well. Just being injury ridden with the New Orleans Saints, and I think yeah, Bo Nix, kind of like I said earlier, these younger quarterbacks had a slower start than usual, or like a vet quarterback, but now they're getting their feet wet, so kind of starting to find the rhythm. He's not playing phenomenal, but he's not playing bad. He's winning games. So I'm gonna go Broncos here. Who knows? I mean, I know the Saints were injured last year. They put up 27, but they also let up 51 points to the Buccaneers. So that's a tough one. But yeah, I got to go Broncos here on the road.
Yeah, I think with that being said, yeah, Rashid Shaheed is out, Chris Olave is out, two huge weapons and playmakers on the Saints side. And then yeah, you had Patrick Surtain last week go out with a little bit of a concussion, I think it was, or something happened. He left the game mid game, so that's a huge blow on the Broncos defense. But I think they are more healthy. Saints have been yeah hit or miss. First 2 weeks they come out and just absolutely dominate Cowboys, and then they put up like 70 points or 60 points against uh I can't remember who they played the first week, but yeah, they came out fast, and I'm gonna go Denver Broncos on this one though. Their defense is looking solid. Sean Payton's coaching the team well. And yeah, Bo Nix has been looking good, just to repeat what you guys have been saying. So Thursday night matchup, I think we all got the Broncos sweeping the Saints in this one on the road. So
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Yes,
and then
sir.
moving on, we got another game in London. Jaguars play back-to-back weeks in London. I think they stayed over there this whole week, and why wouldn't
Mhm.
they? But yeah, you have kind of a poopy game to watch. You got the 1-5 New England Patriots going up against the 1-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a home game for the Jaguars on paper, and then also you got the 1-5 Jaguars who always play in play in London. They have a 5.5 point spread in this one. Who do you guys got? Jaguars, Patriots on this one.
On this one, I would definitely be taking the Patriots. I think Drake May gets his first win this week. The Jags looked terrible against the Bears last week, and their offense hasn't been anything crazy special so far this year. So I think Drake May is going to handle them.
Yeah, I'm actually I am. This is a game I didn't want to pick. I mean, I think it's just going to be a shitty game overall. Yeah, Drake May's second game as a starter. Um, only put up 16 points last week against the Bears, or not the who they play. Not the Jags played the Bears. They played. Who did the Patriots play? Let me check here quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
Patriots played the Texans last week.
I'll put up 21 against only put three touchdowns. I didn't watch that game, but um, I'm gonna go Jags here just because they the consistency of playing. You know, they played last week in London. The familiarity, they don't have to deal with jet lag. They've played on that field before, back-to-back weeks. I'm gonna go Jags here. I think it's gonna be a 3 point game, low scoring. I don't think they're gonna break that 5.5, but I'm gonna go Jags at home in London.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna go Jags as well. Patriots defense is stout, and then you also got the yeah, Drake May coming in. And he's just been, I mean, he had a good, I mean, probably one of the better performances of the rookie quarterbacks last week. I think he had a few touchdowns and actually played really well. But they are going up against the stout Jaguars pass rushing defense. Secondary is a little questionable, but I do think the offense, the way they've been playing the last couple of weeks, I do think the Jaguars get it done in London as well. So I'm gonna go Jaguars as well. I think that's another clean sweep on in London, correct?
Nope, I took New England.
Oh, you had New England first pick. All right,
Yeah,
perfect, awesome, sweet. Yeah, so me and Evan got Jags, and you got New Chase with New England. So we'll see how that one shakes out. All right, yeah, moving on. We got the noon o'clock slate. We got the 3-3 Seattle Seahawks going up, traveling down to Atlanta to face the 4-2 Falcons. Atlanta has is favored by 3 points in this one. Yeah, Seattle, Atlanta. Who do you guys got in this one?
I'm going to take Atlanta in this one. I just think Kirk has started looking better and better each week, and those young weapons will be nice against Seattle. Their defense isn't amazing by any means. And then, I don't know, Geno seems like he's been playing great, but one passing touchdown every week is not going to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Atlanta as well. Just after watching that game last week, Gino, I picked the Seahawks last week, and he had I think they said 5 or 6 overthrows or missed throws. A lot of them were overthrown. DK Metcalf, you could see Metcalf was just frustrated. I
He
mean, he was
has to
wide
be
open a few
traded.
times.
Yeah, mid
Um,
game.
it's unfortunate. Yes, you're right, Chase. He's been playing really good last week, and it was on his birthday too. He played like shit. They needed to win that game, but unfortunate, like I said. But yeah, I'm gonna go Atlanta Falcons, and I think they'll cover that 3/3. So
Yeah, and this one's at home for Atlanta. Seahawks have been playing some good football though the first few weeks. Yeah, and then the last couple. yeah, I mean, they played great against Detroit, but couldn't squeak that one out. They lost to the Giants by a blocked field goal. And then, yeah, last week against the 49ers, they haven't put up a complete game in a long time, the last three
Hmm.
weeks, except for, I guess, Lions, you would say complete game, but Lions just outplayed them. But give me the Falcons in this one. I like Atlanta. Um, at home especially. So yeah, Kirk Cousins been playing well. Wide receivers have been playing well. Tight. Kyle Pitts have been had one of his best games last week. So yeah, give me Atlanta in this one at home. So yeah, moving on. You got the Tennessee Titans who are 1-4 traveling to Buffalo, who are 4-2, who just got the W on Monday night against the Jets. When we'll get further into the Jets conversation, but the Buffalo Bills acquire another star wideout, and I'll let one of these guys mention who it is. But yeah, you got the 1-4 Tennessee Titans traveling to the 4-2 Bills, and the Buffalo have a 9-point favorite in this one. Who do you guys got in this one?
Well, this one for me is obviously the Bills, and I don't even think without or with the trade or without it, it mattered. I think they're gonna whoop up on Mayo and Coffee QB. So
Ah, yuck.
I'll let Evan talk about the trade.
Yeah, before I get into it, yeah, I'm going Bills. I know we're gonna get to the Jets here shortly, but Monday night the penalties were atrocious. Either team was, you know, they're playing bad. They weren't playing good football, and they weren't playing good smart football. So they got to clean that up for sure. Each team had so Buffalo had 11 penalties last week. Um, but yeah, you got to go with Bills. They just acquired Amari Cooper from the Browns. That's a huge get. I mean, you can kind of say that he didn't. What's his name? Josh Allen didn't have any weapons. I mean, obviously he had a few. He built chemistry with these ones, but he didn't have like a veteran that could step up. And I think Amari might be if he can get back to his old self. But yeah, I'm definitely going Buffalo at home. It's starting to get cold. Not sure how cold it is in Buffalo, but
60.
I'm gonna go Buffalo at home. And nine is I think is realistic against the Tennessee Titans for sure.
Yeah, Tennessee hasn't. I mean, I thought they were going to be, excuse me, a decent squad coming into the year. I mean, their defense is always stout. They acquired some new pieces I mean, DeAndre Hopkins played there, but then they picked up the kid from Jaguars. What's his name?
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley. Yes, they picked up
Tony
Calvin Ridley, Tony
Tony
Pollard.
Pollard.
Yeah, so I thought coming into it, I thought they were going to be a scary team to face, but they haven't really shown me much. And yeah, Buffalo. I thought the Jets should have won on Monday night, but yeah, Buffalo going on a good stretch, a good run here, 4-2. Yeah, give me Buffalo at home, especially at home against the Tennessee Titans. Not much to talk about. So yeah, except for that Amari Cooper trade,
Right.
that's huge. Kind of selling out for the Browns. Do you think, or I mean, you think they're going to go for the first overall pick in the draft next year and get a new quarterback because of Deshaun Watson's poop in the bed? But we'll get into that
Yeah.
one here next. But yeah, give me Buffalo. I think that's a clean sweep for the Bills over the Titans at home. So
Yeah.
yeah, give me the Bills. Moving on, you got the 2-4 Bengals, and then yeah, the team we were just talking about, the 1-5 Browns. It's in Cleveland. Cincinnati has a 5.5 point spread or favorite on the road in this one over the Browns. And yeah, 2-4 Bengals feel like they're playing better than their record, but yeah, 1-5 Browns worst feel like the one of the worst teams in the NFL. It's tough to say with the talent that they have, and then
Hmm.
think you have Nick Chubb coming back. But yeah, what do you guys think on this one?
This one I'm gonna take the Bengals on it. I mean, the Browns were already hardly limping along, and they just got rid of their best pass catcher, so not a lot of faith there. And it seems like they might be tearing it down a little bit.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase this week.
Yeah, that offense has been explosive. I mean, the past couple of weeks for the Bengals. So I guess not a whole lot last week, but yeah, who do you get, Evan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cincinnati here too. I just think the Browns, yeah, Deshaun Watson. I've said it week after week. It's not great. Yeah, getting rid of your only weapon pretty much until Nick Chubb comes back is Jerry Judy. That's their number one. Um, yeah, Bengals. Yeah, I feel like they kind of struggled last week against the Giants. Um, but I got to go Joe Burrow. He's got big weapons, so I don't know how good of a game it's going to be. If they can light it up, just say T Higgins, Jamar Chase go out for two each again. They'll destroy the Browns. But last week that didn't happen. I think that running back's the one that had the touchdown. Who was it for Cincy? Is
Chase
it
Brown.
Chase Brown? Yeah, I thought it was Jamar Chase when I first saw it. And I was like, that was one of my locks last week,
Yeah, right.
but it wasn't. So, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go Bengals on the road, um, and I do think the Browns are tearing it down, which is hard because they're paying Deshaun Watson until 26 or 27. I
Yeah,
think
they
it's
still owe him
27. So
150 million still.
it's unfortunate, but if you're playing that bad, the owner's got to make a decision to, we want to improve or keep getting shittier and waste a lot of money. So I don't know.
Yeah, Dan Orlovsky had a great take on Get Upper this morning. Yeah, they still owe Deshaun Watson $150 million. And
Mm-hmm.
he stated that they are the worst franchise in sports right now. Overall, just it's just I mean, it is kind of true. I mean, you have a quarterback who's not performing. You guys are 1-5, and you paid him 252 guaranteed, 252 million guaranteed. That's just, and they still owe him 150 million. I just don't know how you recap from that.
Mm-hmm.
Besides tanking, like feels like what they're doing, tanking and getting the first overall pick in the 2025 draft. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, give me the Bengals on the road in this one. Yeah, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. I feel like this is a confidence builder for them. A good game, kind of like an Appalachian State type of game. Go in, dominate on the road, and then yeah, get ready for next week. But hopefully, I don't come
Mm-hmm.
in and overthinking them because this one could be a trap game. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, give me the
absolutely.
Bengals on the road in this one. But yeah, moving on. You got the another noon o'clock game. You got the 5-1 Texans who are looking sturdy, taking on the 4-2 Packers in Green Bay at Lambeau. Green Bay actually has a 2.5 point favorite at home on this one. Is probably because it is at home. It's supposed to be 56 and rainy there. But yeah, Houston Packers. Who do you guys got in this one?
I'm gonna take the Packers in this one. Houston's been looking really good, but I think
It,
Jordan Love's gonna fully unlock again this week. And Green Bay is so dangerous. They've got a great defense and way too many weapons to even name them all. So I
Right.
think Green Bay takes the cake this week.
Yeah, I do think this is going to be a really, really good game. Obviously, I'm a homer, so I got to go with the Packers. My biggest thing here is, yeah, Jordan Love, kind of getting away from the picks. I mean, he had a big slump here, earlier in the season where he threw three to the Vikings. I think it was like 3 consecutive weeks that he threw a pick. Kind of getting away from that, throwing more TDs. The biggest thing for me is getting back Romeo Doubs. I think that's a huge factor. He had 2 TDs last week. He could be just our number one. I know we have Jaden Reed, which he's fourth or fifth in receiving yards right now in the NFL. But Doubs has a little bit more chemistry with Jordan Love. I think he's good at those, jump balls. His body's kind of acrobatic, so he can kind of move and adjust and catch that ball. So that's a big thing for me. And then another thing for me is Josh Jacobs. Give him the ball a little bit more. If he just starts churning, continue to feed him because that's when he's going to build up momentum and play even better than he has been. I'm going to go Packers at home. And they're wearing, it's all white. The NFL has never seen this from the Packers. They're wearing all white helmets, white jerseys, white pants at home at Lambeau. So I'm going to go Packers. Go
Yeah, I'm
back, go baby.
excited. I'm excited to see their unis, kind of like the winter warriors for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm excited to see them support those at home 1 week. But yeah, this one is a tough one. I forgot to mention Browns and Bengals are divisional. This one isn't divisional, but it is an NFC matchup, and it is kind of see who's the better team in the NFC here. No, Texans are AFC, aren't they? Yeah,
Texans are
never
AFC,
mind.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I forget what I just said there, but yeah, give me the frick. Texans have been playing great. They've been kind of in a lot of close games. Packers been playing great on offense. Give me the Packers at home. Yeah, especially at home in this kind of cold, rainy weather. Give me the Packers at home. Jaden Reed's been balling out. Uh, yeah, Jordan Love to back that up through to like what 3, 4 different touchdowns to 4 different wide receivers last week.
Mm-hmm.
Just spreading the ball around and yeah, that offense looks great and they're backing up. McKinney looks good. Xavier McKinney on the defense, and then you have
Jair
lockdown.
Alexander.
Yeah, Jair Alexander. Um, he's back last week. Gave up a touchdown against the Cardinals, but I think he's just getting back in rhythm and stuff, knocking off the rust. Give me the Packers at home in this one.
Yeah, and
Texans are
unfortunately, go ahead, Chase.
The Texans are missing Nico Collins too. That's
Yeah, they got. I mean, still put up good numbers, and they got rid of Cam Akers. They traded him to the Vikings. We got Cam Akers on our roster back again.
Yeah,
But yeah, but they still
one more
got
chance.
Diggs. They got Diggs and Tank Dell. I mean, they both played well last week. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, what did you have to add, Evan, on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I know we've been saying like going to Buffalo and going to Green Bay is tough to play at this time of year. Unfortunately, not on Sunday. It's supposed to be 73, so it's going to be really warm in Green Bay. So,
Oh, really?
but
It's
yeah,
showing 56 and rainy on my end
my
on the
in
ESPN app. But I guess
Green
yeah,
Bay, yeah, the 73 is the high,
damn.
51's the low. So it might be around 60 degrees at game time. But who knows? We're
Yeah.
at Lambeau, kind of
Hopefully it's
crazy
a home
crowd.
field
So
advantage. Yeah, hopefully you get
yeah,
home
right.
field advantage and you get some kind of cold weather where Texans aren't used to playing. They play in a dome. They're not used to
Hmm.
playing in cold weather, so it would be
Yeah,
definitely great advantage for the Packers. But
just
yeah,
want to add
moving
one
on.
one more
Yeah, go
thing
ahead.
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Packers, we've had kicking issues a ton.
Oh, yeah.
We got rid of Braden Arvison. I think his name is from Tennessee. He came in from Tennessee, missed a lot of kicks. I think he missed 5 kicks in 6 weeks. We got, I was telling you, Brandon
Brandon
McManus.
McManus.
He was retired, but he's from Denver, I believe. He played at Denver for a while.
Yep.
And
As a
hopefully he can,
boot.
yeah, hopefully he can make some field goals because that's a tough thing that we're really struggling with right now. So that's
Yeah.
another thing to add. But
Guess I shouldn't
anyways,
say he has a boot. He had a boot back in his day. I don't know if he still has that. He's
right.
probably pretty up there in age, probably 38, 39 years old, maybe even 40, pushing 40. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, something to look at. Because yeah, Packers have been lost a couple games by single digits, but yeah, otherwise been blowing teams out pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good special teams add there. Moving on, you got the 2-3 Miami Dolphins taking on the 3-3 Indianapolis Colts. It's Indianapolis at Lucas Oil. Indy actually has a 3-point favorite in this one at home. Yeah, Dolphins haven't been put much together. They're banged up. Colts been in a lot of tough, close games. Joe Flacco's been great, like he had been for the Browns in previous years. But yeah,
Hmm.
who do you guys got? You got the 2-3 Dolphins traveling to Indianapolis, take the 3-on-3 Colts. Who do you guys got?
I will be taking Joe Flacco or Anthony Richardson, whoever it is this week. I'm taking the Colts. I feel pretty confident they're going to beat the Dolphins.
Tua might be
Yeah.
back. I heard Tua might be back this week. He is cleared and he is questionable at the moment. But I
Oh,
heard that he is could make his potential return this week. So just
that changes it for me. If Tua plays, then I'll take the Dolphins.
yeah, I mean it is kind of oh, never mind. He's still on IR, but let me check.
Yeah, I
Is
think this is
expected to play no, that's two
Week
days ago. It's
8, I
just
think,
yeah.
is when he can come back.
I would stick with Skylar Thompson or whatever the other guy is.
Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
Huntley. I would stick with him at being one of the starters. Either way, I think this is a tough game to pick. I don't know. I hope hopefully if Joe Flacco's playing and 100% starting, then I'm picking the Colts. But if AR is starting, just with his injury proneness, um,
No, you're maybe still even if he gets hurt, you're throwing Joe Flacco in there. I
yeah. And
mean,
then it depends
Right.
if did JT play last week? I don't think he did.
No, he
no,
did not.
Jonathan Taylor did not, and he's supposed to or hopefully going to be back this week. It's
Mm.
questionable.
I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna
I'm
hope
gonna go.
that
Yeah.
JT's back, and I'm gonna hope that either AR stays healthy or Joe Flacco plays. But I'm gonna go Colts in the Loud House. Loud House. I just think it's tough to play there, and yeah, they won a hard game last week against Tennessee, won by 3, and Tennessee's not much, but it's still a win. A little momentum boost, I guess, but I'm gonna go Colts at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts as well. This one was kind of I didn't know because yeah, I heard some. Yeah, I guess he's not. He's still on IR. Tua is, but I mean, you still got Tyreek playing. Yeah,
Hmm.
but they are pretty banged up everywhere else on the roster. But yeah, give me the Colts. Hopefully Jonathan Taylor's back, but Josh Downs, him back in the lineup has been huge for the Colts. Alex Pierce has still been playing well. And I like the way Joe Flacco's been slinging the pill. Yeah, give me the Colts at home in this one.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, moving on, you got the this is a divisional matchup. This one's going to be pretty nuts. Probably the game of the week, honestly. You got the 4-1 Detroit Lions traveling to US Bank to take on the undefeated 5-0 Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, Minnesota has a 2 points favored in this one. This one's going to be a banger. You got the 4-1 Lions, 5-0 Vikings at at US Bank. Who do you guys got?
Oh,
Yeah, I
this
know.
is
This one's going to be
either
fun.
the hardest game of the week to pick or the second hardest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know which way to go on this one. My mind's not made up, but
Vikings
I
coming off a
mean,
bye.
yeah, I know. And it's like I'll feel gross if I pick Darnold to win, but
Lions also coming off a bye, right? Or no, they beat the Cowboys last week, right? They had bye
They
week
they were on
demol
bye the first week they could be on
five.
they
bye.
Yeah,
dem
week 5. Yep. Then they put an ass whooping on the Cowboys on
mm-hmm.
Sunday, or yeah, on Sunday afternoon. Yep, 47-9. So
Well,
they're coming off a
yeah,
huge W
yeah. I think I'm gonna have to take Detroit on this one.
on the
Vikings have
road
looked
too.
unstoppable, but
Yep.
I mean the way Detroit the Cowboys last week was pretty intimidating considering normally they win like 10, 11, 12 games.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I agree with you, Chase.
it
Go
was
ahead, Ty.
in Dallas too. So I mean, that's just
Mm-hmm.
nuts that they did it in Dallas because
It's
that's a hard place to.
disrespectful.
Yeah, it very was, and they did trickery to Sam Laporta, which it was fun to. It
Yeah.
was a fun game to watch. I kind of like seeing the Dallas Cowboys lose, but yeah.
Don't
Anyway,
get me wrong. I loved it.
yeah,
Every
but
second of it.
exactly. But yeah, who do you got, Evan? So yeah, this one's gonna be tough. Vikings hosting the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Detroit here. Sorry, Ty. I just think just watching that game last week, Detroit and Dallas, him going in, Jared Goff going in there and putting an ass whooping on him. There's two ways this will go. Sam Darnold either balls out and shows that he's a true quarterback, and obviously he has the past 6 weeks, or 5 weeks, played 5 weeks,
Yeah,
but
right. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
or he crumbles. He crumbles to a good Detroit defense and a good head coach. And I'm going to be on the betting half of that he kind of makes some big errors in a costly game. I mean, this is their biggest game they have, first divisional game. I'm going to say go Detroit, and who knows? I think Jared Goff plays well, and then Sam Darnold, it's all up to him. If he plays well, you might get the win. If he crumbles, you might get your ass whooped. I don't know, but I'm going to go Detroit.
Yeah, this one is kind of sketchy because last time we went 5-0, we started off 5-0 back when we had like
Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford. You're right,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had a bye week 6. It's the same exact thing. We had 5-0 bye week 6, and then the rest of the season we only won 2 games and went like 7-10 or 7-9 and missed the playoffs.
Don't jinx yourself.
Right.
Jinx
Now,
yourself.
I hope it's not that kind of situation.
I don't think it'll be that bad, man.
And it is a tough game to play. It's divisional against the Lions, who are coming up a big dub. And then I also sent Evan I think it was an Instagram post or something. It was the redhead off of I can't remember who, off of not Grown Ups. He's in the one Just Go With It. He saves the goat. I don't know his name in real life.
Oh yeah.
But he gives the
Oh
goat
yeah,
the
it's
Heimlich.
it's what's his name?
Bert or Brent?
So
No,
funny.
No,
Brett
what's his?
Stelvin. Well, starts with an S. His last name, I believe. But yeah, anyway, he went through and
Nick
guessed.
Schwartzen.
Swartzen.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, Nick Schwartzen.
Yes. He went through and picked every
That's a
game,
great
and
movie.
he had the Vikings going 14-2 or something in the regular season, and this one was not a loss. He picked a win in this one, but then he had a loss facing the Detroit Lions in the last game of the season. Then he also picked the Jaguars as we lose to them in like week 10 or something like that. So
Wasn't that on Rich Eisen?
yes, Rich Eisen show. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep. So I mean, hopefully that comes to fruition. That would be incredible, and we make the playoffs, make to the Super Bowl and face like the Las Vegas Aces, he was saying, or something like that. but yeah, I think it's gonna be Chiefs Vikings Super Bowl. Hopefully that comes to fruition. But I'm gonna take the Vikings at home at US Bank. They've been playing well, coming off a bye week. I think Kevin O'Connell gets the team right, the offense right, and then you got Brian Flores, who's been a genius this year, just dominating the offenses with the Vikings defense. And I'm gonna take the Vikings at home in this one. So yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be a good game this week. Must watch TV. So think
Oh
everyone's going
yeah.
to
Yeah,
be tuned into this one on Sunday afternoon at noon. So
yeah, I'm sad they put that game at noon. That should be at
Right.
night
would be a
Mm-hmm.
good primetime game. But I mean,
for
Vikings play
real.
well at noon at home. Vikings are really good at noon at home. So there's kind of a good sweet spot to be in. So I'm excited for that one. So, but yeah, moving on here. We'll get rid of we'll stop talking about, I could talk about them all day, but yeah, moving on. We got the 3-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Haven't been playing great. They beat the Browns by like a field goal last week. Coach Sirianni was chirping at the crowd and everything like
Yeah.
that. But you got the 3-2 Philadelphia Eagles taking on the 2-4 New York Giants. Philly is favored by 3 in this one on the road. Yeah, taking on the New York Giants. Who do you guys got in this one? Eagles, Giants.
I'm gonna take Philly for this one. The Giants have looked better than I thought they would, but I think bad Eagles team would beat a good Giants team this year. And the Eagles just got back their 2 stud receivers.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon's been rolling. I think Dallas Goedert might be questionable, but he's been balling out this year too. I think Hurts can
Yeah.
put it together against that New York defense.
Yeah.
And the Packers, the Giants might be missing Malik Neighbors still. So
Mm.
Yep.
I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles as well. I just think after that weird 4-point win, I think they won by 4. The Eagles last week, weird, didn't play good, struggled a lot actually. But it's a divisional game for these two teams. So it really comes down to it. And I think the Eagles really do have the edge. They got that fire in their belly that they want to kind of race for that number 1 in the NFC. I think they're NFC East with the Commanders, so they need to get a win here. And the Giants, yeah, they look better than I thought they would this year, but I don't think they can beat the Eagles, especially it's a divisional game. Um, and yeah, Jalen Hurts is going to play with his defense. So yeah, I'm going to go Eagles on the road in New York.
Yeah, this one, divisional matchups are tough. New York's defense, like their pass rush with like Thibodeau and those guys are aggressive and those guys are fun to watch. So it's gonna see how the Eagles O line holds up. Been playing halfway decent, but they haven't been looking great. They haven't put together a complete team. You saw them against the Packers week 1, who they squeaked that one out, and then haven't been playing great football all around, honestly. But it is a tough loss for the Giants to lose Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you had Darius Slayton step up. You have Wan'Dale Robinson stepping up. Yeah, Tyrone Tracy stepping up, the rookie. I mean, it's a young, talented team, and I think it's going to be a close game. The 3-point spread does feel real, but I do think the Eagles get it done by a field goal. So give me Philly on the road over the Giants, but this one is going to be close. Giants are 0-3 at home this year, so they haven't
Oof.
won it at home. So um, hopefully this isn't the week they turn it around because I'm picking the Eagles. But yeah, give me the Eagles on the road in this one. So yeah, moving on. So that's ends it for the afternoon for the noon o'clock slate, and then we had the afternoon slate kicking off with the 2-4 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 1-4 LA Rams. Big news coming out of the Raiders organization. But yeah, LA Rams are favored by 6.5 points at home in this one, even though they're 1-4 and missing probably top 2 weapons. I'm not sure if those guys are coming back this week or not, but who do you guys got, Vegas or Rams?
I think this will be actually not a terrible game to watch, considering the Rams don't have their 2 studs, but Kyron Williams and the backups can take care of this Raiders team,
Mm-hmm.
in
I
my
think
eyes,
so too.
to be fair, especially without Devontae Adams. I mean, come on.
Big news, man.
Aiden O'Connell and Brock Bowers aren't going to beat Stafford.
Nope. I agree with you, man. I'm doing Rams at home as well. I don't have much to say about this game besides, um, yeah, just getting rid of. I think this is the same. The Raiders might be going for a first round pick or the over first overall pick too, like we were talking about with the Browns. Um, they're kind of seems like they're kind of giving up. They signed a kind of a shitty washed quarterback in Gardner Minshew. Obviously, you still had Aiden O'Connell, and then getting rid of Devontae. Just kind of seems like they're giving up. But yeah, Rams. I think yeah, Stafford's just too good, and I do think Cooper Cup's not going to be back this week, but I think he's going to be back the following week. Yeah, I'm just going Rams here at home.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm probably gonna Yeah, this one's kind of, I mean, 1-4 Rams versus 2-4 Raiders. Raiders trading away Devontae Adams. They still have Brock Bowers and Jacoby Williams or Jacoby
Jacoby
Myers.
Myers.
So, I mean, they still have some talent. You got Alexander Madison, who's been playing great. They should have him starting. I think Zamir White's still questionable. Um, but yeah, Matt Stafford at home. Yeah, give me Matt Stafford at home any day of the week. I don't know about that 6.5. It might be closer than that. It might come down to a field goal. But yeah, give me the Rams at home in this one. Did you find out who we were talking about, Evan?
Yeah, we're talking about Tua Tagovailoa returning week 8.
Oh yeah, that was like yeah that was like one of the last couple of games here. But yeah, Tua
Yep.
Tagovailoa to week 8 after that. Hopefully he
And then I was
returns.
comparing him to Cooper Kupp, should return week 8.
Yep, perfect. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would be a huge addition for the Rams to get at least one of their star wide receivers back. I mean, would it be an exponential help? But yeah, Raiders trade away their star wide receiver to the Jets, so we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, moving on here, we got the another 3:05 game. You got the 1-5 Carolina Panthers. Yeah, not putting anything together. Red Rocket had one good game, and from there on is yeah, not been putting up the numbers he did that week he first started. But then, yeah, taking on the 4-2 Washington Commanders. Washington has an 8-point favorite in this one at home. Who do you guys got? Panthers, Commanders.
Commanders easy on this one.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton, he can be good, but Jaden Daniels is good, and we've seen it the last 6 games. He's looked amazing. He could set some records this year if he keeps it up. And actually, one of my picks for touchdown this week's in this game.
There you go. I wonder who it is.
Not Jaden Daniels.
No, I think one of the receivers.
Scared Terry.
Nope.
Oh,
Brian Robinson.
We'll say.
he
We'll
might
say.
be. He's
We'll say.
questionable. He is questionable.
Well, if not
So
Brian Robinson, then Eckler is going to get
yeah.
one.
He's been
Oh,
playing well. They're starting to include him a lot more, passing and running the ball. So I like Eckler would be a good TD lock for sure. But yeah, who do you got, Evan?
yeah, I'm gonna go Commanders. Not much to talk about here. Jaden Daniels playing really well. They're at home. To me, that's all I got to say. Panthers not playing well. I mean, yeah, and like you said, Red Rocket can play good at times, but not against this Commanders defense. And then, yeah, Jaden Daniels is playing really, really well. So got to go with the Redskins or Commanders here. So
Yeah, surprisingly, this one is a 51.5 point spread over under. So they're projecting it to be a high scoring game, probably just put up 48 by the Commanders or something like that. But yeah, give me the Washington Commanders in this one. Their offense has been outstanding. Jaden Daniels going to win Rookie of the Year just because Malik Neighbors is out. But yeah, Jaden Daniels, give me him Rookie of the Year lock. But yeah, Washington Commanders are probably going to take this one at home. Not probably going to take this one at home. Probably win by more than that 8-point spread. So yeah, give me the Manders at home. Moving on, this one's going to be a huge game in the afternoon. Another must-watch game. You got the 5-0, one of the only other undefeated teams beside the Vikings. Got the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Santa Clara, California, to take on this 3-3 San Francisco 49ers, who haven't quite put together a complete game besides last week against the Seattle on Thursday night. So they have coming off a mini bye. Chiefs coming off an actual bye week. San Francisco has a 1.5 point favorite in this one at home. Who do you guys got? Chiefs, 49ers.
I'm taking Mahomes and the Chiefs this week against the Niners. This was the only other game that was really hard for me to pick besides that the Vikings game.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be within a touchdown or a field goal for sure. And
Yep.
I'm pretty excited to watch the Super Bowl rematch, but I'll still take the Chiefs over them.
yeah, this is a tough one for me. I didn't have this one picked. I just don't know if that 49ers being at home is going to be a huge impact.
Chiefs travel well, yeah.
They do travel well.
You got the wolf who robs banks and heads to the games.
He's in jail, but yeah. Chiefsaholic, yeah. He's a good guy, man. He brought the freaking tempo.
Dude, what a fan. Yeah, exactly.
He brought the
Die
tempo
hard,
to that stadium.
baby.
Didn't he get caught by them offering him free Super Bowl tickets?
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, something
He,
like
And he
that.
showed
he
up and then they arrested him.
he robbed like 7 banks or 5 banks around the area for a shit
Yeah.
ton of money. Um, Dude, he was just a diehard football fan.
Oh yeah,
And a bank robber.
yeah. You're going
Right?
Chiefs in this one though.
A good bank robber. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Great
Chiefs
bank
here.
robber.
Yeah, Chiefs here gonna be a tough game. I think this is like you said, field goal game. I would probably say, you know, 23
20.
27,
Yeah.
23-20. It's gonna be that in that range. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs on the road. I like Travis Kelce with a TD. That's not my lock, but I like him with a TD. Um, yeah, maybe what's his name too. So yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs on the road.
Yeah, it's only a 46.5 point over under. So it's gonna be like that 20, yeah, like you said, 23, 20, 26, 23, something like that. Chiefs, fun facts, 21-4, Andy Reid coming off a bye week. And then also on the other side, you got Patrick Mahomes, not the other side, but same quarterback position, 10-3 against being an underdog in his career. So 10-3 being an underdog, which they are this week, and Andy Reid
Mm-hmm.
21-4 coming off a bye week. I mean, put the two and
Very
two
good
together.
odds.
Never bet
Right.
against Patrick Mahomes. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in this one. Yeah, 49ers haven't put, like I said, haven't put together a complete game besides last week on Thursday night. Coming off a mini bye, so they might be well rested, but still missing a lot of key pieces. Yeah, give me the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in this one.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then, yeah, that's the wraps it up for the afternoon slate. Then we got the Sunday night game. This one's going to be a great one. We have the 2-4 New York Jets who just acquired Davante Adams. So he's pairing up with his old QB, Aaron Rodgers, which I think improves the offense substantially. I don't know how you guys feel, but they're
Mm-hmm.
taking on the 4-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. It's in Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium or Heinz Field, whatever you guys want to call it. I like calling it Heinz Field.
I do
But the
too.
New York Jets actually have a 2.5 point favorite in this one on the road, which is probably because that Davante Adams acquire. But yeah, Jets, Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Who do you guys got?
I got the Jets for this one. Um, I think Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers is about to be electric. I'm
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty excited to watch
I
it.
am too.
And
stat.
considering the Steelers just benched Justin Fields, I'm kind of rooting against them.
What a
Is that
dumb move.
official? Is it
Yeah,
official?
I mean, I see Russell Wilson's getting the first team reps in practice already or something. So
Yeah, I did see that, but I didn't see that it was official name starter. I saw potential starter for week 7, but I don't know if I saw anything
yeah,
official. But I mean, even having that controversy in the locker room and going 4-2 with Justin Fields and then having Russell Wilson start and first team reps, how does that controversy in the locker room shape out? You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of a waste of their time. You're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, regardless of what quarterback you're starting.
Right.
So you might as well run it with Fields and see what you got before you have to make a decision to pay him or not.
Mm-hmm. I
and you're
agree with
Instead
you
of
paying
100%.
yeah,
instead
you're
of hanging
paying
on to
Fields.
Russ.
Yeah, you're paying Fields certain like more than $1 million that you're paying Russ. You're paying
I
Fields
think
like
Fields
22
is
or
getting
something.
like 18 to 22 somewhere in there because
Right.
next year is his fifth year option, isn't it? But
I,
they didn't accept it, so they can't do that anymore.
right. So
Yeah.
I think
Mm-hmm.
this is
Yeah,
his last year, so they would have to re-sign him to a new contract. But I mean, he's giving you 4-2 record. Your defense is playing great. I mean, what's his face wasn't happy. The wide receiver Pickens
George
wasn't.
George
Pickens.
Yeah, he
Pickens.
wasn't happy 2 weeks ago, but or last week or whatever. He pulled that guy's face mask. But I mean, we'll see what I mean, this is going to be a great matchup. Steelers defense is great. Jets offensive line, Rogers been getting hit a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, yeah,
Doesn't
this
have
one's going to be.
Devontae though.
He didn't have Devontae, right? Exactly, his safety net, and
He'll
this
be
is.
open in like 2 seconds every play. It's
I
Devontae
bet you
Adams.
first play goes right to Devontae Adams. It's going to be
Oh,
just a
Devontae
screen
Adams.
play or a back shoulder fade first play, 5 yard, 7 yard gain just to
He's
get.
Yep.
getting 10 to 14 targets at least his first
Yeah.
week starting there.
Bet it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Put the over on his targets because it's going to be insane.
He's gonna
Um,
eat.
Yep. So it's gonna be fun to watch. And then they have Alan Lazard, who's been balling out this year. The Garrett
Hmm.
Wilson, who had a great game 2 weeks ago
And
against
last week.
and last week. So I mean,
Conklin
Brees
too. He's
Hall,
looked good.
Conklin's looking good. Brees Hall, that
Braylon Allen.
Braylon
Braylon
Allen.
Allen.
Like this team is
They got a
stacked.
fun
Their
team.
defense is nice. They got Vance McDonald. They have Williams or Quinn or
Quinn and Quincy Williams,
who's the
both of
guy
them.
with the dreads too? That linebacker,
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking
50,
about.
green
50,
green
54.
dreads. Yeah,
Yeah.
Greenlaw.
not green.
Greenlaw.
No,
Is it?
I can't remember what his name is.
He
He
got
was
hurt a
on
couple
their
weeks
Hard
ago.
Knocks.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
been balling out like just
Yeah,
all over the
I think he's
place.
number
Sauce
54.
Gardner and DJ Reed, they're hurt, questionable for this week. So that's an impact. But hopefully they get back on the field in the secondary for the Jets. But great overall team. Like it's just nuts. I love the Jets squad. Tough to see they fired Saleh. I'd like to see him be running this team, but Brick has been coming in and he looked great last week. I mean, they only lost to the Bills by 3. They should have won that game. I feel
Mm-hmm.
in my eyes they should have won that game. But
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, yeah, Evan, who do you? Yeah, go ahead.
it's
I mean, if you
Kinlaw.
guys want to talk about
It's
Kinlaw,
Kinlaw. Not Greenlaw, Kinlaw. Yeah, 54. He had a lot of penalties. He had 3 penalties in one drive that killed that drive last against the Bills last week. A lot of costly penalties, but I'm going to pick my team. I'm going to go Jets here. You can't double both Devontae Adams and what's his name?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Al
Like you said,
Lazard,
Alan Lazard.
Conklin,
I
Brees
mean, did
Hall,
he?
Mike Williams.
Mike
Mike Williams.
dude,
He's not going to
just
be. I don't
some.
think he sat out of practice today. I think he might be in the trading blocks. I do not think he's active on Sunday. And he did cost him the game.
Mm,
That route, I don't know. He's first of all he slipped. No matter
mhm.
what, if he didn't write the right route, he still slipped. But yeah, they're just so explosive. I mean, they can be. Devontae, he's definitely going to be in my anytime TD lock for sure. But no, it's going to be fun to watch. But sitting at 2-4, they got to go on a run here, or else it's a waste of Rodgers potentially last year and 1 year for Devontae. I mean,
Right.
I don't
They
know,
might have to
but
go undefeated, dude, because they got
no, they got
the
to win
Bills to
seven
go
out of the
against. I
seven
mean,
out of. They got a pretty easy schedule coming up,
Yeah,
and they
the
got a
Bills haven't been going amazing, and neither of the Dolphins, though. So
right. I
that
mean,
division's pretty wide open, to be fair.
right. I suppose, but
yeah. I would say like 7 of the 9 games would be what you
Yeah.
want.
But maybe only one team makes it from that division because their records aren't anything special.
Right.
For
Mm-hmm.
the AFC is normally pretty crazy.
right.
Yeah. Exactly.
AFC usually is. Last year we were talking like, hey, this is going to be impossible to get out of the AFC, and like just the way with things look as on paper, and with Aaron Rodgers getting traded to the Jets, you had Patrick Mahomes, not Justin Herbert. I mean, you do have Justin Herbert, but you also have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like it's just an insane quarterback filled division or conference. So,
Right.
so who do you guys go? I forget. Who do you guys got?
Jets, Jets.
Yeah. Dang. It's just tough because I don't know who the Steelers are starting, and I just don't like even if you're like you name a starter, you had that controversy all week. The Jets have been playing well. They're playing for something, and I think they're going all in this year. Yeah, Devontae Adams over on targets, guaranteed TD lock, over 100 yards. Yeah, give me the Jets in this one. On the road in Pittsburgh. That's tough to say. But yeah, give me the Jets on the road in this one over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mom's not going to be happy, but
No.
But we'll see what happens. But yeah, Sunday night slate. It's going to be a great game. We'll see what happens. But yeah, moving on. We got a double header on Monday night, which is always exciting for me anyway. How do you feel, Chase, about the double headers on Monday night?
It's nice, but at the same time, it sucks because they only split them up by 15, 20
20
minutes
minutes,
normally.
yeah, right.
So you got to be split screening it on YouTube TV or something to watch them both.
Yeah, and the last couple of weeks or last couple of times they had a double header. One game usually sucks, and the other game is awesome. So at least we have something to back it up on. But
True.
yeah, we got a double header starting on Monday night. Starting it off, kicking it off. You got the 4-2 Baltimore Ravens going and traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the 4-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one's going to be a fun one. I think this one's probably going to be the one to watch on Monday night. Baltimore's favored by 3.5 points on the road. Yeah, Ravens, Bucks. Who do you guys got in this one? Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield.
This one's a tough one too.
Yeah, it
Um,
is. This one's
Very
fun.
tough.
It's
yeah,
fun.
I'm gonna take Baltimore, but I think if Baker keeps it or less on his part, if he only throws one interception or less, it's going to be a one score game and it's going to come down to the wire. So this one is honestly, this might be the one I'm the most iffy on besides the Detroit Vikings game.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
there's a few games this week that are going to be fun to watch. This one's kind of a tough schedule to pick. Sorry for inviting you on this slate, Chase. This one's kind of
Yeah, and no Bears.
no Bears
Right,
this week.
right.
Yeah, so that one's
Hey,
tough. You
hey,
got
hey! But it's always bear down for you, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah, so you
right.
got the
I'm
Bears
happy
and
going into the
Cowboys.
bye.
Yeah,
Yes,
Bears and
sir.
Cowboys on bye week this week. But yeah, sorry for inviting you on. We'll have you on later on in the season. So definitely when
Yeah,
the Bears are in the playoffs, we'll have you on for sure.
yeah.
Definitely.
You're
So
you're gonna have to have me back on before the year's over after I go 14-0 this week.
yeah,
Yes,
no,
sir.
100%. If you have yeah, so picker to beat, we'll get into that later, but yeah, picker beat is 12-2. If you go 14-0 or yeah, that or 15-0, there's 15 games. That's going to be
Oh,
nuts. That's going to
yeah.
be
I went
nuts. So,
14-0 last week in my pick'em league.
did you? Damn,
Yeah,
did you put a parlay down?
no.
Any team, why not? You put a parlay on any team. You could have put a 10, 13 game parlay and you would have won
Oh, yeah, dude.
$250,000, dude.
I've been doing pretty good on those pick'ems.
Yeah,
I
we'll
have
get it.
I
We'll
have
get
not
it.
been.
We'll get into that when we get our TD locks. But yeah, Monday night, Ravens, Bucks. You picked Ravens, Chase. Baltimore has a 3.5 point spread. Evan, who do you got?
Yeah, this one is tough, like you guys said. Playing in Tampa Bay, Chase, you're 100% correct about Baker's got to keep his picks down. He can't throw three picks. I know he threw four touchdowns last week, but he still threw three picks.
And it
He
was
can't
in the
do
first like quarter and a half.
Yep.
right, and he can't do that against Baltimore because they're going to capitalize on those turnovers for sure.
Yep.
I'm going to go Buccaneers here. I'm going to stick with my man Baker at home.
Oof,
I'm going to go Bucks. I
that's
mean,
tough.
they
Hey,
played.
you gotta love Baker though.
You
Yeah, and they
do.
put up 51 last week
They
against a
did.
decent New Orleans Saints team. I know they're injured, but yeah,
Their
they put up
defense was
51.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Buccaneers at home. Risky, but I got to roll with my man Bake.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, books haven't been totally wrong this year. I think the books have been right most of the time, and they have Baltimore favored by 3.5. That's probably going to go down later on throughout the week. Um, but I mean, I like Baltimore's offense, the number one offense in the league right now. So got Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers has been balling out, Mark Andrews or Isaiah Likely. You pick which one you want. Rashad Bateman's been showing up, and so is Nelson Aguilar. Um, yeah, too overpowered. Give me the Ravens on the road in this one. I'm going to take the Ravens over the Buccaneers on the road. So two Ravens, one Buck on Monday Night Football at 7:15. And then yeah, moving on to the 8 o'clock game. This one's probably going to be the one you're probably going to be, oh, let's flip to it, just check the score. But yeah, 3-2
Mm-hmm.
LA Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals, who are 2-4. It's down in Glendale, Arizona at State Farm Stadium. But the LA Chargers are favored by 2.5 points on the road in this one. What do you guys got?
Oh, this is a gross one.
This one is gross.
Yeah, I mean Arizona's defense is atrocious,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Marvin
don't know
Harrison got hurt last week.
yeah, the Chargers' offense is pretty hard to watch. So I think it's going to be really low scoring and coin flip for the winner. So I'll just take who's the underdog? Arizona.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
go Arizona just for fun.
And it's at home. It's in Arizona, so I mean,
Yeah, I like Kyler. Michael Wilson's been playing good. Trey McBride, James Connors looked okay. So I mean, who do the Chargers really even have? Lad McConkey and
J.K. Dobbins.
yeah, but I don't know if J.K. Dobbins is going to run all over him.
I don't know yet. He probably had
he ran all over
90,
Pittsburgh, and
95 and
Pittsburgh's
a
a
TD
That's
great
last
rush
week.
nasty.
defense. Yeah, and he
That's
scored a
nasty.
touchdown too. So I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
he's
know.
been
I'm
playing
taking the
well.
Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers.
You gonna flip it? You can
Good
waffle
man.
Yeah,
it.
I got to flip. I got to
Waffle.
flip. Yeah,
Waffle. Yeah, no, I mean, this one
yeah.
is tough. I mean, this one is gonna be a coin flip, dude. I
I
mean,
can't tell.
yeah, it's gonna be a field goal game, I feel like, unless the Chargers
Yeah,
come out or Arizona comes out. I mean, Kyler Murray can run for 100 and throw
50-yard
for
touchdowns,
300.
right?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it all. So that's kind of scary. Um, but I mean, yeah, you got Harbaugh at the helm and Herbert, who looked pretty
Hmm.
decent last week, taking on the Broncos, who have a great secondary. He looked stellar coming off. He has an ankle, thumb, broken finger. I mean, he has all the injuries, but he still looked great last week against a good defense in the Broncos. Um, yeah, this one's tough, but you're going with the Cardinals at home, Chase?
No, he went flipped it. Went
Yeah, I'm
Chargers.
gonna take the
Oh,
Man,
Chargers.
Chargers. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
yep.
go ahead,
I'm
Evan.
gonna
Waffle.
go. I'm gonna go Chargers here. The Cardinals played terrible against the Packers. I know it was a good win for the Packers, but they played terrible. Justin Fields couldn't get any, or Justin Fields, Kyler Murray couldn't get anything going. J.K. Dobbins balled out, like I said, 95 yards of TD. I'm going to stick with him doing that as well. Again, this week, I'm going to go Chargers on the road in Arizona.
Yeah, I bet against Arizona. I picked Arizona at home last week and they didn't do me well. I like Arizona at home usually, but I'm gonna go Justin Herbert and Harbaugh on the road in Arizona to take the W in this one. So yeah, give me the Chargers on the road. So yeah, I mean, great Sunday, a great week of football, week 7. I mean, this is going to be fun slate to watch. Sorry, yeah, like I said, sorry for inviting you on. Bears have a bye week, Chase, but yeah, we'll definitely have you on later on in the
Yeah.
season. But yeah, let's move on to the lock segment, baby. We got 3 game locks, 3 TD locks. We went over all of our picks, so let's just hop right into the game locks. So throughout all of our picks. Chase, we go through three games who you think are guaranteed locks of the week. Yeah, start us off, buddy. Who do you guys got? Who do you got? 3 game locks.
Um. All right, for my first one, I'll do Philly over the Giants. I feel like that's a pretty secure one for me.
Yep.
And then I will take the Rams over the Raiders. Feel pretty confident in that too. And then Washington over Carolina. Those will be my 3 games.
Yeah, those are probably guaranteed locks. You do have the Manders at an 8.8 point spread, and the Rams at a 6.5 point spread. So they're probably favored by quite a bit if you do money line. But I mean, yeah, those are 3 probably great locks of the week. Um, so yeah, mark those down, Evan. Who do you got for your 3 game locks of the week? These, yeah, you could pick the same ones, or yeah, vice versa. You can go random ones or other ones. So who do you got for your 3 game locks? You're muted.
I'm going to go Bengals here. I am going to go Bills, and then I am going to go Jets over the Steelers. So I got Bengals, Bills, and Jets.
Yeah, 3 great locks. I'm gonna go um Sunday morning. I'm gonna go Jaguars in London. I think they get a dub in London over the Patriots. Um yeah, I like their offense in that one. And then give me the Bengals as well over the Browns. I like them. And then give me the Vikings at home over the Lions. I'm
Whoa.
gonna stick with the home team. Give me that's a guaranteed lock of the week.
Yeah.
Vikings over the Lions. I think they get it done at home. So those are my 3 game locks of the week. Uh, Evan, do you have them written down? Do you want to just run through review the 9 locks or 8 locks of the week?
Yeah, we'll start with Chase. He's got Philly. He's got the Rams. He's got the Commanders all winning. And then I got the Bengals. I got the Bills, and I got the Jets. And then Ty, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars in London, the Bengals, and then you have the Vikings over the Lions as your locks. So those are all the game locks of the week. And now we can get into TD locks of the week. Chase, who do you have?
Um, for the for the quarterback ones, it's 2 passing touchdowns, right?
One and a
Yep,
half
yep.
over 1.5. So yeah, basically
Okay.
2 passing.
So I'll take Kirk Cousins for the 2 passing touchdowns against Seattle.
Perfect.
I think that's going to be a pretty high scoring game, and he's been
Hmm.
slinging the rock. He had 500 yards the other week, so I'm pretty
Right,
Right.
right.
confident in that
509,
one.
yeah.
Right, and then take Jacobs have a rusher yet this year?
He has
A rushing
one
touchdown?
passing. I don't think he has a rushing yet. He has one passing, receiving. He might have a rushing, one
He has a
rushing.
rushing touch. Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs, you said
Yeah.
he has a rushing. Yeah, he's not a ton. I think he has one or two, one of
one
each, one
rushing.
receiving, one
Yeah,
receiving.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take him for a touchdown this week. I feel like he's due.
yeah, he is due.
So I'll take that touchdown and then Saquon against the Giants. That's I could have taken easier ones, but you gotta have
No,
some
I
faith.
I, I like those. Yeah, these are ones that you gotta gamble with. Put some money down if they obviously don't have
Right.
a great betting average or whatever it's called. Ty, what do you call it? If they're like plus
Odds.
Over
Yeah,
under.
yeah terrible
Yeah.
odds, if you can hit those, you're winning big. So I think those are good. I think Kirk, like you said, has been balling out. I know he
Yeah.
only had one TD last week, but if he gets back on that track, and the week before he had 509 yards. Josh
Right.
Jacobs, if like I said, if he keeps moving the ball, great lock, and then Saquon, um, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go these. I'm going all receivers here. I know I try to switch it up every week, but I'm gonna stay on the receiver track here. I'm gonna go Romeo Doubs over one receiving touchdown. I'm gonna go Devontae Adams over one receiving touchdown, and I'm gonna go Chris Godwin over one receiving touchdown. Those are my
Oh,
locks.
yeah. Those are great locks. You stole one of mine and Chris Godwin. Yeah, 100%. Like those are all six great locks. Uh, but yeah, let's move on. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go the one I've been betting on at probably last 4 out of the 6 weeks. I probably bet T Higgins to have a touchdown. I think
Mm-hmm.
he has a touchdown over the Browns this week. Browns secondary hasn't been great. So yeah, give me T Higgins with a touchdown over the Browns secondary. And then on the Vikings game, give me Justin Jefferson to score a receiving touchdown or rushing, whichever one. And then in the
Okay.
Vegas game, has anybody picked Kyron Williams with a rushing touchdown yet?
nope.
Nope.
So yeah, give me Kyron Williams with a rushing touchdown um, in that game over the Las Vegas Raiders with how depleted they are. Give me Kyron Williams with a rushing touchdown now.
Hell
I'm
yeah, those
surprised.
are
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get David Montgomery or Brian Robinson. They've both been
right.
scoring every week.
They have, yeah, 4 out of the 6 weeks. I think David Robinson's scored, or 5 out of the 6
Brian
weeks.
Robinson. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Dave Robinson
David
scored
Montgomery.
almost every. David Montgomery's almost scored every week. Yeah, so, um, yeah, Chiefs. That one's gonna be a fun one. Kareem Hunt has been.
Yeah,
He
right.
played well
Yep.
last week, and he had a touchdown. Yeah, Devontae Adams. He's gonna be fun to watch for the Jets. Hopefully, he scores.
Right. That'd
Chris
be
Godwin
awesome.
and Mike Evans have been balling out.
Yeah.
Surprised no one picked a Derrick Henry rushing touchdown. He's almost guaranteed lock every week too.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty obvious.
but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
it
those are
is.
those are great locks. Evan, do you have them written down? Do you want to run through those nine or
Yeah,
nine
of
locks?
course. Yeah, I'll start with Chase here. He has Kirk Cousins over two touchdowns, over 1.5, so two passing
Yeah.
touchdowns. You have Josh Jacobs over one rushing, and then you have Saquon one rushing.
Yeah.
I went receivers. Romeo Doubs one or more receiving. Devontae Adams one or more receiving, and then Chris Godwin one or more receiving. And then Ty, you had Tia Higgins one or more receiving. Justin Jefferson one or more receiving or rushing, and then you had Kyron Williams over one rushing. Correct?
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
those are all great locks, and I like our games too, but I like our TD locks for sure. I mean, I think these ones, I mean, all of them could hit, or I mean, you could have
Yeah, right.
4 or 5, 50%. I think are for sure going to hit out of these nine. So
Yeah,
great
for real.
locks, boys. Great locks.
Yeah, we'll see how they fare out, and then yeah, just going over. Yeah, we all went 12, or last week our guest picker went 12-2 as well, but Evan and I both went 12-2. Do you know what your overall record you're sitting at, Evan? As far
Yeah,
as
I jumped. I was 39-39 the week before. Last week that was my overall record. I'm 51-41 right now, so a huge increase. Was kind of nervous sitting at that 500 rank, 39-39, but 51-41. I feel a lot more comfortable. What are you at, Ty?
Yeah, I went 12-2 last week as well. So that puts me at 61 and 31.
There you go.
So
Great.
so
Plus
Nice.
I'm
30.
yeah, last few weeks I've been hitting well, seeing the board well. I think I went 11-3 or 12, yeah, 11-3 the previous week, and then 12-2 this week. So yeah, that is a huge bonus for my games. But yeah, 61-31 for myself, and then you're at 51 and 41,
41.
Evan. Yep.
Yep.
So Yeah, hopefully Chase, you go 15-0 this week. The picker to beat is 12-2 with Logan Dunnigan, who picked that last week. Zachary, who was on previous week, had a 5-9 record, but he got blown out of the water by Logan Dunnigan. So that is the scale, the bar being set by you for you, Chase, is 12-2. So how do you feel going in to week 7 of the NFL? How do you feel on your picks?
I'm pretty confident, and I got an extra game, so that's nice.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I think if I can squeak out 13, I'd be happy.
Yes, sir.
100%. Yeah. I mean, week 7 is going to be a blast. I mean, all 6 weeks prior have been very fun, very good to watch. I'm excited as a Vikings fan coming 5-0, coming off a bye week, heading to or at home again against Detroit. So we'll see what happens with that. Bears on a bye week, and then Packers. Who do you guys got again this week?
Houston.
Houston.
Houston
So
at
yeah,
home. Be a tough game, but shit, we're just getting started. I mean, Jordan Love hasn't played 2 weeks, and I think he's third or fourth right now in passing touchdowns with 12. Um, yeah, we're just getting started, so hopefully we can stay hot, get better. And I'm excited. I hope if we can beat the shit out of Houston Texans, that's putting a statement, I think, out there and just saying, hey, we're not fucking around. But I guess we'll find out on Sunday.
yeah, it comes down to what happens when the clock strikes 0. So we'll see how everyone fares this week. Good luck to the Packers. Good luck to the Vikings. Bears, rest up, get what you need, get hydrated, get
Oh yeah.
stretched out, get all the soreness out. So yeah, looking forward to week 7 of the NFL. Any other news you guys want to throw out there? I know WNBA playoffs. I know not much going on there, but Minnesota Lynx are in it, heading up against New York Liberty.
No, I ain't watching it. Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
not watching WNBA right now.
no, yeah, me neither. I just saw it on ESPN. So,
Hey, the
but yeah,
Yankees are looking good.
Yeah,
yep,
baseball is
I'm
hot right
happy
now.
about
playoffs.
that.
Yep,
Yeah, we're
playoff
2-0
baseball.
in this series, so 2 more wins and we're in the World Series this year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I think there's no chance that they win it this year. They win it all.
Yeah,
like no chance or no doubt. Like
No
yeah, hundred
doubt. No
percent.
doubt.
Yeah, hundred
yeah,
100%.
percent. They're
Yeah.
winning. Yeah.
No chance
yeah.
they
So
lose.
it should be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, sports, this is probably my favorite month of sports. October, you have NHL kicking off, you have MLB wrapping up, WNBA wrapping up, NBA kicking off
Hmm.
or tipping off, and then you're right in the middle of the NFL season. So NCAA has been phenomenal, electrifying the last couple of weeks. You had a couple of upsets 2 weeks ago,
Hmm.
and then last week was fun, and then this week's going to have a couple
Oh
bangers
yeah, there's
included.
two really good games this week. Who was I looking at? Oh, there's a shit ton of good games. Mississippi LSU. Uh, shoot, Oregon Ohio State. Or that was last week. Excuse me. Um, who was I looking at? I just saw a few really good games. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the big
Alabama
ones.
Tennessee.
Alabama,
It's gonna be a
Tennessee
really
is
good
going to
one.
be a big one. Illinois, Michigan is another
Hmm.
top-rated team.
What about
Uh,
Texas?
Georgia and Texas.
Georgia and
Yeah,
Texas. Yep, that one's going to be a big one. That's at the nighttime game, 6:30. So that's going to be a
Oh,
fun
it's
one
gonna be a
to
banger.
watch.
Yeah.
that'll be sick.
Yeah, basically great games all week starting. I mean, 55 days of football started off last week or 2 weeks ago. But you have Oregon and Purdue on Friday, Oklahoma State and BYU on Friday as well. Saturday you got Miami. You got a bunch of games, great games on Saturday, obviously. Nebraska, Indiana, that might be a fun one to watch. Indiana's been playing great ball,
Yeah,
and
they're
Nebraska's
undefeated.
been playing well. Exactly, yeah, 6-0, 5-1 Nebraska. Um, so yeah, great games. Alabama, Tennessee is going to be a must watch, and so is the Texas Georgia game. So yeah, been stellar football season for both collegiate and professional.
Hmm.
So yeah, anything else you guys want to add? So
I think we're good. Yeah, I just want to thank
Yeah,
Chase for joining us. Bear down. Yeah, Bears are looking really good. It's gonna be fun, down the road here when it gets deeper into the season. NFC North teams. I might not be talking to you after a Bears Packers game. We'll see, but it's gonna be good. I'm excited, and I'm just glad you joined. Gave us your insight and your picks for the week, and then yeah, like you said, we said you'll be back on later this year, and hopefully you have a good record, but hopefully you can beat it. When you come back on again. So thank you,
yeah,
Chase.
hell
Appreciate
yeah.
it, man.
Thanks for
yeah,
having
hell
me
yeah.
on, and hopefully Ty will eat his words and Jaden Daniels doesn't win Rookie of the Year, and it's Caleb.
Right.
He said he's got him on lock.
I
So
was thinking that. I was thinking that. Caleb Williams looks pretty damn good too.
I mean, all rookie quarterbacks, even coming in, Spencer Rattler played great. Drake May played great, coming in on their debuts. And then you had the Bo Nix, been playing halfway decent. And yeah, all the other rookie quarterbacks, including Caleb Williams and Jane Daniels, a great quarterback class, I might add. So, but yeah, that wraps it up for week 7, 2 confrontational podcasts. Yeah, Chase, thank you so much for coming on and joining us and giving us your insight and picks and locks of the week. Yeah, we'll have you guys on. We'll have you on later on down the road, come playoff time. So yeah, that wraps it up for 2 computational. We'll see you guys next week on the pod. Until then, peace.
Peace. See you, buddy.
see you guys.